Daredevil, I'm on top but looking down below. The hate, I can't see it but hear it, so it's time to go. Time to approach, might have to go and crush a roach. You know the ones that don't clean out their cereal bowl. Pat Brady, Golden Boy, yeah, I'm really go.
What a great review. What a great review of Daredevil Born Again. What's Gucci, y'all? It is Pat Brady, super in the building. Marvelous Bluntz in the building. You dig what I'm saying? We are here, man. We did this at least we should review most of the episodes, but we are here for the Daredevil Born Again. You dig what I'm saying? Finale episode review. We're going to talk about episode 8 too. You dig what I'm saying? But before we get into any of that, man, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz, ASAP Rocky. And I'm with the gang. You dig what I'm saying? We got Lex, Tone, Tori in the building. You know what I'm saying? They've been here. For the most part, it ain't been a She-Hulk thing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying, man, they busy or they got something to do. Everybody been tuned in for Daredevil, man. But how y'all feeling, man, tonight, man? Tone just watched it, but how y'all feeling just overall, man?
Feeling good.
Yeah, very good.
Okay. Everybody feeling good. I mean, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good off camera.
How are you?
Huh? Oh, I'm great, man. I went to the gym, had some Chipotle today. You know what I'm saying?
And I had Chipotle too, man.
Complete. You feel me?
Look, why the Chipotle came with somebody else's Chipotle, so even better. They was sick. Because I was definitely like, damn.
I was like, no.
I was like, why
I got somebody honey bunches of oats one time. So I know that's random. But we're going to get right into the reviews, man. We missed last week. We did review last week. We talked in the group chat, I think, about episode 8, but we didn't really talk about it here. So we're going to get right into episode 8. Episode 8 was the prior episode of, obviously, the finale. Just doing pretty much a summary of it, of what I, pretty much was saying is just Matt getting to his breaking point. He's starting to kind of just lose it. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to push that line that, Punisher has been trying to push him to go to, just to go across that line and just crash out. You dig what I'm saying? And episode 8, he was pretty close. It was some moments in episode 8 I was like, here you go, this could be it. You know what I'm saying? Then they kind of strayed away from me, or something would happen where he couldn't just splash out or lash out. But episode 8, man, it was cool, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be for the last 2 episodes, because by the end I was like, you know what I'm saying, where we going with this? You dig what I'm saying? But if we just say the good parts about it, I did like that, like, spoiler alert, y'all. Kingpin is embracing his comic book essence of who he is with the white suit. Like, he really is becoming like the Kingpin, and it's evident. Like, when he went to that dinner party, he made it known, I'm the Kingpin. Like, I'm not doing this Mayor Fist stuff no more. I mean, yeah, I'm Mayor Fist, but he really is in that Kingpin mode. He pressing people in the city. You know what I'm saying? He pressing the swordsman. And you could kind of tell that he's getting back into how he was in the original Netflix Daredevil. And I really like that. And I like the fact that Matt was about to crash out. But I just didn't like the fact that he saved him. I'm going to be real honest with you. I didn't like that he saved him. I get it was supposed to be like you save your enemies type shit. But I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But episode 8 for me was cool. You feel what I'm saying? We can just go around. Lex, what you think of episode 8?
It wasn't memorable, to be honest with you. Hold on. I don't have episode seeing what shit this was.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that as well. Yes, but go ahead.
Yeah, it just wasn't memorable. It was kind of a letdown. I mean, it was watchable. Like, I've seen worse things, obviously, and I don't think it necessarily took away from how I felt about the show as a whole. But it just was like, all right, like what you said, where is this going now? We have 1 episode left, and I feel like there really wasn't story. Like a actual story that we were really following along. I feel like things were just happening, and maybe we were supposed to put everything together to get the bigger story. But then when we talk about, the finale of the last episode, I'm going to comment on that too, that I'm just like, I asked him, we were watching it, I said, what is this about? Like, where are we going with this? So it was okay. It wasn't the best thing I've seen, but it wasn't the worst either. So that's just my
Okay. So I had something to say about what you said too, about like just the where you're going thing in the finale. But Torian, episode 8.
Well, for me, I'm gonna just like go down like the moments that I did like the part where they put Bullseye and Gen Pop. I said that's not going to end well for the guys that's in Gen Pop with him. If they think that that just because it's just one of him and all of them, that's not going to end well for them. And when he saw Matt when he came to visit him, you can tell that it didn't. He had all them guys in there screaming. I said it was all quiet when he went in there, but when he brought him in, they was all making a whole bunch of noise. I was like, what you was in there for the little bit of time that you was there. And also, listen, Kingpin, that task force is gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That task force is going to be a huge problem. I mean, you had them
100%.
drag some guy back there into the kitchen and stick his hand in that hot grease and burn his hand in that hot grease. While the commissioner was there and saying, "We don't work for you." So he just had to sit there and watch people who used to be on his payroll just do whatever they wanted because he said, "We work for the mayor." So I mean, and they just did it like he looked so defeated. He looked so
he was even by the finale, the Gallo was done. The police chief was done. He was ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he was like you can tell he was so. Also, the part that was interesting was how Bullseye escaped. He used his tooth.
That was hard. That was hard.
I thought that was a little bit of the little wire from the stitches. That's what I thought it was.
That was like his side tooth. He just popped that thing out. He said, "Perfect."
Yeah, and got up out of there, and they was basically telling them like, "Look, he escaped because it was a setup to take him out." But it was like, "Nah, he's gone. He escaped. He's on his way there." And I like what they did there when he's sitting there, like when he went to go Gen Pop. Notice how the screen turned blue, like it turned that blue color. Like that's like an indication, like for him, I guess that's like how he indicates how he's going to like do certain things to people and how he's going to do it. And because it happened
episode 2, the finale when he was
was
zooming in on Nigel say something about it was blue at the finale.
It turned blue. It turned blue again because I think blue is a color in his costume. I think blue is
it's like a navyish, like blue.
Yeah, but also notice too when he was in the scope, when he was looking through the scope. Did you notice the bullseye in the scope? The bullseye was when the bullseye was in the scope when he was aiming for Kingpin. So I thought that was a nice little touch there that they doing there. But yeah, Matt was crashing out like crazy. Like I was like, I don't know if I want to be anywhere near this guy right now because he's liable just to go off on me just because I'm there. And I'm like, what did I do? Like, like that's how but I'll say this, his girlfriend got annoying.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care. That's about her character, bro.
Hold on, before we go past this, Tony, you said something about like you were
that's crazy
around him. When he was at work and he used his power, like normally he used his power, like y'all like to, like really figure out shit. Like he figured out he was a lie. Like he lying, bro. I don't even want to help, bro. Like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And then Heather, you said Miss Party with Heather, she wanna fucking every 2 seconds now. She all I killed Moose. You ain't do shit. Cause you was about to die until I came in there and boom, bop, bing, bop, bam. You know what I'm saying? Even Daredevil was looking at her like when she was just talking, he was just like, "What the fuck? We're carrying that." But yeah, Heather, your team. I agree.
And even like at the end when he jumped in front of it, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why did you jump in to save this man? You should have just let him fall.
This was good.
Considering what he's about to do. I mean, based on the finale. But those were like those. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Also, the commissioner, he had that conversation, that side conversation with BB from the BB report, like basically saying they was going to work together because he was like, I have some stuff that I can give you that you can put out there because she's really tied up right now because she's like stuck between a rock and a hard place. And the thing is, I'm like, does she know that Kingpin killed her uncle?
I think she knows. In the original joint, it's
she said she knew. Well, when they was having a conversation, she was like, "Yeah, I know." It's like she's trying to play
like
two different sides.
Shit. Like both sides shit. But Gallo on his mad, he's like, "I ain't gonna be here tomorrow. I'm not gonna be there tomorrow." Kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's pretty much what stood out to me in episode 8.
Okay. Tone, Coons just popped in. Tone, episode 8.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna hold y'all. So I watch these on Super Zooted, right? So like anytime, like can you just talk about Kingpin's aura, bro? I feel like he got his aura and his swag back, bro. Cause the weight was
Yeah, yeah.
like I was getting it, bro. Cause like I was just watching, I'm watching this shit fresh. I'm just fresh off watching it, like I said, right? So him and Punisher, bro, they just got that aura to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I don't know what it is, but the Punisher scene was just like, yeah,
you
this
already
is shit I'm
skipping.
looking
Nope, we ain't
for.
there yet. No, don't go
I'm
there.
looking for it.
We
Don't go
go.
there.
Episode 8. Episode 8.
Yeah, that's episode 8, right? Oh no,
Mm-mm.
I'm going back. Oh
9.
yeah, damn, that's not. Oh yeah, we have it at 8. I'm trying to think, but Punisher
See, it
showed up 8
wasn't
9.
too, though, right?
memorable.
Huh?
Damn. Oh, I'm
He
trying to
just
think what happened.
watched
Oh
it.
yeah,
It
Lex.
wasn't
Hey.
memorable.
I was
Tom
like,
didn't like episode 8.
Look.
Oh, we
Dang,
lost
he
Wow.
him.
left out.
He just booted out. He just
He
said.
left out. He said, "Oh, we not at
He said,
8."
all right, y'all. We ain't talking about 9 piece. Hold on, before we bring Tone back, man. Okay, wait, because they're going off right here. He said, "People who not paying attention, we do not need to see Spider-Man." Yes, the fuck we do. Fuck out of here. Bring
We
me
do
Peter
not.
Parker
Thank you,
in that
Daryl. Thank
motherfucker
you.
now. Fuck all that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we're not going to see Spider-Man because Sony still got it.
Sony,
So,
yeah, they're like the kid who
they're not going to. So they're not
Sony's
going
like
to let them have Spider-Man. It was something
Tony's
else I
like
had
the
read.
kid in the park who doesn't want you to play with their toys, and then everybody start playing with their toys, and then they're like, nah, we want a piece. We want to play with the toys too. And you like, nah, don't try to get some of this MCU, and then try to be Sony at the same time. Like, pick what y'all gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to see, because I was telling Lex off camera, I was like, Spider-Man would have punched the lower level of the mayor's building from under the building and made it collapse by now. You feel what I'm saying? They don't want to see what's it called back in there, but I know why they can't. You know what I'm saying? But Tone,
my bad, y'all. I was just my bad, y'all. I was agreeing with that. I'm on my phone, so don't mind me. I'm trying to use the camera for my phone. But nah, Lex was right. I don't remember much of 8. I literally thought we were talking about 9. I was so excited about what happened at 9 that I was just like, like, like I just totally skipped over 8. So my bad. But yeah, I don't remember quite much what happened at 8 though. I mean, like the so the dance was cool. I like the little music and the build up. You know what I'm saying? That was dry fire. Um, Bullseye. I don't know. I'm just whatever with him. The little shade of blue. I wasn't really getting it honestly. Because the story just played it. So like, is he activated like his super senses? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't mention it though. But I'm like, yeah, it's kind of obvious that you have super senses. I didn't know he had super hearing too though. So that was kind of like that kind of was like a thing. I was like, all right, whatever. So, but yeah, I just like like Tori said, Kingpin was honestly just what. But y'all know I'm a villain type of person anyway. I'm a villain guy, so I'm always gonna side with the villain. And I feel like Matt was like the third string in the 8 episodes.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
no,
I
for
feel
sure.
like and like, where is this, bro? Is it me? Just before I let Kun take over, is it me, bro, or did I missed something with the black costume? I'm confused. What happened to the black Daredevil costume?
I said the same thing
Like,
until I realized that these people are just leaking season 2. So they already went to season 2.
yeah, I saw that
So
today.
I
Yeah.
think the black suit is gonna be his suit in season 2. Like, who the fuck? I be watching Screen Crush. Shout out to Screen Crush.
Yeah, because he don't have no suits no more since they
He
blew up
said
his
that
dome.
he gonna turn
Yeah.
to black. He gonna turn to black. He gonna turn to the blacks, and that's straight out of the Board Again comic though. Too, the Fist blows up his apartment in the comic too.
Mhm.
What's it called? The black suit or whatever. Fist is like white, so now like Daredevil gonna be black to like go
Yeah.
against like his
Yeah,
white.
like black and white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hey,
Hey,
it'd be nice.
shout out to that apartment scene too, because like,
You too
man.
far ahead. You too far ahead again.
Oh
We
yeah.
about to get
Man,
there.
I'm done.
Couple seconds. We about to get Coons in there. Coons, what do you think of episode 8? What's good, by the way? Hope you're doing well. How you doing? You feel me?
I'm good. I'm good. What's good, everybody? So,
Hey.
Mhm.
episode 8, I liked it a lot. Like I was saying before, you could really tell the tone shifts between episode 1, 8, and 9. That the original, showrunners, well, they were the Punisher, but they're more based in reality. like it's not a lot of comic relief within it. It's just like, no, this is dark, this is gritty, like this is the
Mhm.
Hmm.
world that we're in. We're not about to make it too Disney like. I mean, yeah, nine it really take it over the top. But I like eight a lot because you see Matt spiraling. Like you see him like just very aggressive. Like I ain't gonna hold you. If you ain't know he was a superhero, it'd be like, bro, what's wrong with this blind man? But like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the
Hmm.
fact that he was moving how he was in episode eight, like just a conversation with Heather in the crib, like, bruh, he's using you, like you're a pawn and all this stuff. I don't like Heather, by the way. I don't know how
Yeah, this
other
Yeah.
team.
people
Oh,
feel.
not to cut you off, Coons. This whole everybody don't fuck with Heather. Torian cracked it
Yeah,
off. He cracked off the hoop.
yeah, bruh. Heather, she could catch one, bruh. I wouldn't be mad, bruh.
Yeah.
For real,
Like
honestly.
she truly annoying.
I don't. I ain't.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Before you finish, Coons, Les, tell me to give them the fact that you learned about Heather that you told me.
I was just writing it down so I wouldn't forget. So apparently in the comic, or I don't know which one specifically, that
Hmm.
she ends up, because let me start over. What I was looking up was, does Daredevil kill people? And because me and Pat were talking about it, and I'm like, bro, like he really be hitting people upside the head. Like I know people are dying. So I looked it up, and in this article I was looking at, it was giving different instances where he caused people's deaths, and Heather was one of them, because apparently in the comics she ends up offing herself because of him, because it's just too much going on with him. So I was like, I don't know if Disney Plus will take it there in the second season, but it does happen because of Daredevil. Like it was just too stressful for her.
Well, I'm
Kills.
pro that. I feel like it would be how Joffrey was in Game of Thrones.
Oh
I would look
man.
forward to that episode if that shall happen.
That's crazy. I
But
would
Not
never see him
even
as
Joffrey.
a
so, if it
character.
do happen, I will only feel away if they completely change her character arc next season. Because right now she just seemed dumb. I kind of popped in when Pat was talking about how she was taking credit for killing Muse and all this. Like, Shawty, you didn't do nothing. Like, you was about to die. Daredevil just showed up and like you acting like, oh, he's just a little boy. Like it was just blowing me. It's just like, nah,
Ugh.
you too grown to have this type of
And you a
dichotomy.
therapist.
Exactly. But to that, I think because of Muse, how she viewed Muse made her look at other vigilantes the same way.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like he was this little boy who was like psychotic and all this, and he attacked me. So anybody who's doing this has to have this same type of mindset. But I really like episode eight. I too like the music leading up to the shot. Like
Hmm.
that song was hard. I never even heard the jump, but that
Hey,
joint
they
it
had
cranks
so
something
many money
crazy,
shots in that jump. So
man.
many money
So
shots.
yeah, episode eight, it was like that.
Okay, okay. So everybody pretty much, I mean,
No
rock
shit.
with eight. It wasn't like I said my favorite episode, but like I said, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Really just like Kun said too, like you could tell with different directors, like you could tell this is a whole
Yes.
different vibe in the last two episodes, man. And then he speaks when you said something too about like how he was wilding for a blind man, even when he was in the bar and he just stepped off, and she was like, he didn't even take his cane, like
Mhm.
he didn't even use his cane. He's like, yeah, he does. Yeah, I ain't noticed. I'd have noticed right there. I said that nigga's Daredevil. That nigga is Daredevil. That's what I would have said. But what were you saying, Lex? You had to.
I forgot it went away.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Kingpin works better as a villain for that in the punter. Yeah, no, Kingpin. We're about to get into that right now. So we definitely everybody pretty much rock with episode 8
Oh,
now. We gonna get
wait, I
right.
remember. I remember
Okay, go ahead.
that. I was just going to say that when you were saying that you guys were saying how you could tell it was different people who did the different episodes.
Mhm.
Yes, but it also felt like these people didn't like have a conversation or see the previous episodes, or like they didn't read the scripts for the previous episodes, because it felt too much like two different vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I
That's
do
like the difference
agree.
between like me and Tone writing a script. Like it's going to be completely
Mhm.
different. How, me and
Yep.
Tone cannot write a script for the same show. Sorry to use
Yeah,
you,
Mhm.
Tone, but like we're different.
Nah, no.
the
I
they
understand.
said that they liked episodes 2 through 6, so I'm not
Hmm.
sure how the people who ended up getting fired, how they envisioned everything, because they never had a complete idea. So but they liked 2 through 6, but they wanted to just flesh it out. So one makes it have, I guess, a greater context. But yeah, it do feel like two different seasons within one
Yeah,
because you
Yeah.
get
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Karen episode 1 and then episode 9. It's just a lot. So they
Yeah.
tried to build based on 2 through 6, but the tone of everything is just like it was no way it could have
Mhm.
seemed the same.
They
That's a
Mhm.
good
definitely
way
was.
to. That's a good way to say that.
No facts.
Because
But
I think 7 and 8, like you said, episode 1 was cool, but I definitely remember 7 and 8 more than like 2 through 6. Like I feel like 7 and 8, like
no, say 8 and 9. You talking about
I
eight and
mean I'm
nine? Or
sorry,
you talking about
8 and 9,
yeah.
8 and 9, my bad. 8 and 9
Mhm.
really like made it like yeah. I was like okay, Marvel's cooking. I see what Pat talk about in the group chat. This shit is cooking.
They cooking, man. And we
Yeah.
cooking, man. We just did the review for episode 8, but let's get into the finale, man. And it was a finale.
Was it?
It was a finale. No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like it was a finale. It was a lot. They definitely
Mm-hmm.
took it there. They definitely took it there when it comes to certain things. So anybody can go first, man. What you thought of episode 9, the finale of Daredevil Born Again?
This this episode had me hollering like crazy. I was like, oh, Disney. At first, I had to realize. I said, is this Disney Plus that I'm watching right now, or HBO Max? Because like the stuff they was doing in here was absolutely insane. It was so many wow moments that had my jaw hit the floor a couple of times. That's like I can't believe they actually went there. Of course, they pick it up where Matt is in the hospital after he got shot. And
Mm-hmm.
there Heather goes again being annoying. But but notice when he woke up, the first woman he said was Karen.
That was so
That-
like, ooh.
Even the lawyer, you saw the lawyer try to say it's the medicine, it's the drug. Don't
It's the
don't.
drugs. He tripping.
It's he just tripping. Don't.
I think I missed that. I might have missed that.
Bruh. He said
Damn.
Karen. And you know when a blind person, they don't got glasses on, how they look without glasses.
Yeah,
He even looked even crazier when he just said that. She probably
I
was
ain't
like,
realize he said Karen. I ain't gonna. Damn.
I said her face. She looks so upset when he had said that. I said the look on her face, like sit your ass back in that shit. But I thought that was that was interesting. That you had that but that line when Kingpin was asking about the condition of Matt, and he was saying that he's like in the hospital, he survived and everything like that. And he had said that line, something along the lines of, "It's better to have a living vigilante. No, it's best to have a dead hero than a living vigilante," or something like that. Something
That's
along the I can't
exactly what
remember
it
exactly.
was.
yep.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, and so when he said that, I was like, "Oh, he about to send Buck over there to finish the job."
Bucky.
That's
Buck.
exactly. I said I knew exactly what he was going to do. I said Fist got so much power, he done called Con Ed up in there. That's it. For those who don't know who Con Ed, that's the main power source for New York, and he called Con Ed up in there to cut the power off for the whole city.
He turned the TV off for everybody. They said Spider-Man. I saw it too. They said Spider-Man just thought he just didn't pay the bill. He said fuck it. And just went back to sleep.
And I'm kind of scared for his campaign manager, whoever that woman is, because I think her name is Sheila or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting kind of scared for her because when he was having a conversation with the commissioner, and I was like, "Why y'all having this conversation out in this hallway? Like, why couldn't y'all just leave the building and have it outside somewhere? Like, and I don't care if y'all had to go into an alley or something like that and have this conversation. Don't have that conversation there." And because what happened a few scenes later, he's playing the recording of their whole conversation on the phone. I'm like, oh my God. And she's standing outside the door hearing that, and she's crying her eyes out because she's scared for her life now.
Do you don't
I
think
thought
that
she
she
gave it to
recorded
him.
it? Yeah, I felt like she recorded the conversation.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
That's the vibe I got.
Okay. Oh, so that's okay. Now that
That's
makes
probably
more
why
sense.
she was crying, because she knew what she did, how the end result was out to be.
Because I was like, when he said that stuff, and I agree with you, Tori. When they was talking in the hallway, I was like, damn, one of them not gonna be here tomorrow. That's what I was thinking. Somebody not clocking in tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see. Then they went to the hospital to take out Matt, but Matt left the hospital. He wasn't there. He went home, and walked in. I said, "This is the genius of good camera work and I guess lighting," because he just sat there and I didn't even know that Punisher was there until Matt acknowledged him, and I was like, "Wow." I said that was just good camera work and good lighting, just having hiding right there in the shadows, just sitting there. And then after that, that's when all hell broke loose. That's when it all broke loose after that.
That was top tier scene right there.
It ladders up to probably one of the best like action scenes in the Disney Plus, like anything Marvel, anything. I've never seen something like that ever. And to be honest with you, when I seen Punisher, I said they're going to do one or two things here. They're going to kill his lore or they're going to amp it. And they said, "Fuck it."
Hey, this man, they killed at least 20 people in that apartment, man. Nobody didn't hear nothing. Hey, and and it's crazy because Punisher just became like the God of War in the current continuum. So it's kind of crazy that this dude is really real life not killable, bro. He's really not killable. He just go for some things in his arm and he good and a cup of coffee. Nigga, not killable.
And Punisher was not listening to him when Matt was saying don't kill him, anything like that. He's like, F that. And he killed him. And
he said, "I'm not gonna play patty cake with these boys." What? I was like, "Oh yeah, it's about to get." I had to put the J down, man. I thought, "Oh yeah, hold up, I gotta focus because he about to put it to work." But go ahead, Tori.
I mean, with how gruesome that scene was, I mean, they used every aspect of that apartment except the bedroom. Just to I mean, people. I'm talking about bodies are flying everywhere, bullets are flying everywhere. You got people getting cut, blood splattering. You got the cane being thrown, hitting, knocking people out.
The cane getting thrown.
I said it was a lot going on in that scene, but I liked it because it was so good, and they did all of that in the dark.
That was crazy.
They did all of that in the dark. It was no lights on, none of that. The lightest thing you saw in there was maybe the sparks coming from things being broken or something like that. And then at first I thought they was gonna kill the black dude, but he didn't. And he just I thought it was so funny because I said Matt was so quick with the cane that you thought you almost didn't feel like he hit him. It was like a ting.
It was a ting. It was a ting. We called it a ting.
The way that his head, he literally knocked his head back like a Pez dispenser. The way his lip flipped up when he
Now you laughing about.
Look, because when you get hit with that joint, everybody just goes like this. I'm like, all you hear is a ting. It's like literally as soon as it hits ting, and then they just sleep.
Yeah, and then also and then like at the end you had Matt and Punisher arguing with each other, and all of a sudden he stops from talking and he hears something hit the floor and he says grenade. And that scene of them jumping out the window and him grabbing him and using his cane to swing out of the apartment and then land on top of that car. I said, and then someone made it.
Can we just say, wait, question real quick, y'all? Does Heather live with Matt?
No.
Okay, because I was about to say she's gonna be mad as shit when she finds out her stuff is gone.
Now she probably has some items over there, but she doesn't like live there. Like her names ain't on the bills or anything like that. She don't live there. She brings her overnight bag up from time to time. So
overnight bag.
Little bop.
Someone had made a joke online. They said now that his spot is gone, they're gonna have to call it apartment born again.
Hey, I don't know how he gonna explain that to insurance, bruh. I promise you, I wasn't there.
Hey, people in that building was pissed.
Before we even continue, that was another reason why I don't like Heather. It's like Heather, the whole city went pitch black. You didn't check on Matt not one time, bro.
Maybe she went to the hospital. Remember, because he just dipped out of the hospital. So because that would be my first thing. Like, he was at the hospital.
Now she ain't gonna lie. Job.
I was like, bruh, this man walked all the way from the hospital in the total darkness.
With ass out.
I'm like, nobody said nothing. Nobody said, "Hey man, you need some help."
Because the blackout, so everybody's going crazy. And speaking of,
it's like a hype, baby.
I said this is how you know the task force is going to be dangerous, because when you had the people out there looting, you had that one guy looting, he had a hat on and he shot him for no reason.
Yeah.
And he said, "Why?" He's like, "What are you doing?" He said, "We're just killing vigilantes." He pulled his hat over his face to make it look like he was a masked vigilante to basically say that's why I killed him.
That's dark.
Exactly. I said, ironically, they having this in New York, because I always told y'all, or I told people before, that NYPD is in my top 5 most corrupt police departments.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
So I said, when I saw that, I said that's how I knew the task force was going to be a problem. Even with the previous episode when I was telling you about him sticking his hand in the grease, but with doing this, now you're doing this against innocent people.
Yeah.
And then as we go on in the episode, that's when I said, oh yeah, not only the task force going to be a problem, but Fisk as a mayor is going to be a problem.
No, when you said, I don't know why this did that. I don't know why this did that out of nowhere. When you just said something about the task force being a problem, whatever, right? You know what normally solves that? A smooth uppercut from Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see not the place for Spider-Man right now.
Honestly though, I was watching a video that was kind of talking about this, and he alluded to the fact that maybe Brand New Day is like with Fisk as the mayor and living under that. I mean, yeah, we know that he's going through, nobody knows him, but even within that, still living under these new laws that's being set. I feel like if that happened, it might be a little tough, but we'll see what they do.
Tori, you said something about the tag. I know we're going back to you with the tag, because you kind of like carrying it with the summary. You're doing a great job with that, by the way.
Appreciate
the task force, the scene with Gallo, I thought that was really like when they was crazy when he got in the car. If you could speak on it, when he saw it, the dude had the Punisher torn his neck.
Oh yeah, when he saw them and the guy was sitting in a car, I said I knew something was up when he got in that car and the driver didn't respond to him when he said just take me home, and it just was quiet. And then he looked at him, he was like, he recognized the guy. He was like, oh, so I hadn't seen you in a long time, and he was like making a little small talk. Then he turns. I said it's completely dark in that car, but the light hits just right on the neck, and you see the Punisher tat right there. I was like, oh shit. I said he done. He about to
take. Got out that car so quick.
He that's the thing, he couldn't, because he probably didn't control the lights. He probably had like child protection locks on the door, so he probably couldn't get out of the truck. So once he was in that truck, that was it. He was not at that point. He already knew what time it was. He knew what it was, and he took him to that location. And
what is it? Red Hook?
Red Hook,
aka Tortuga, fucking Freeport. The fucking this is Tortuga. Y'all not. That's what Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, we forgot one part.
That's what I'm saying. That was a Freeport, basically, back in the day. This is the Red Hook is free bands. They can do anything right there.
This one part that
I think Fisk is going to get like some type of sovereignty because he's in his own like little nation on that little island. I think that's going to play in the season 2. He might just claim himself like president or something. That's
New York.
Because they said that's not a part of the country. Like when they was in the little investigation mode, they was like it's not a part of the country either. So he can technically. You seen the episode of a Family Guy where he claimed himself the mayor's. I mean the sovereign of the little joke. That's basically what I think gonna happen in season 2. They gonna push him to that. I'm gonna just retreat. He gonna like build up the little fortress and shit, because that's what he's doing. He's acquiring all this shit, building it up, and that whole little section is just gonna be like Kingpin territory. You probably won't be able to touch it. Probably.
One thing we forgot to mention was when after Punisher and Daredevil recovered after falling out of the building and onto that car, is who pulled up? Karen. Karen pulled up. And because we haven't seen her since the first episode, and she basically they go back to Punisher's lair, and she basically nursed them back to health with what she can do, and helping them stitch them up and all types of stuff. And then Punisher had offered them. He said, "Would you like some coffee?" I guess they needed something as a pick-me-up after all the stuff they experienced. I mean, after finding all the people in that apartment and almost dying from a grenade explosion, and Matt, he don't have a home to go to right now because that thing is pretty much all dust and rubble right now. And so they ended up leaving.
Mad as shit.
And then they end up leaving, and then they leave Punisher there. And then I think that's when they get back to the commissioner where he's with Kingpin and the task force. I said, yeah, that you know what? I'm gonna stop right there because I want y'all to like that. What was your reaction when you saw that? Because I know what mine was.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna start first. When they took him in the joint, I said, okay, they about to take him in the room with all the little stuff they use to paint. They about to splatter some blood, about to be like The Wire. You know what I'm saying? They about to put him in the cut. I did not think that he was going to go because the original Netflix joint, he used the door. You feel me? So I thought that was bad. For them to show, that was the most gruesome shit I ever seen on television in my life. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't seen a lot of stuff. He took a human head and squeezed it until it just boom. I was like, I don't know if that was an initiation or something like that to get in the Skull Gang, but count me out. I'm like, oh, I'm in the wrong place.
It was like watching a Mortal Kombat fatality,
bro.
Yeah.
That was a moment for sure, man. I think that's solidified him, though. Like this nigga top 10. Now he in MCU top 10. Like
he is.
That put him. That literally took him like all the way. He was like here, like we knew he was here, but now he just like
He's a real bad guy.
Yeah, like he was like
no
the aura, like the aura is just crazy.
And that's what you want from your villains. You don't want them to be redeemed. You want them to be straight up evil.
I'm glad he won. I was so happy he won, bro. I was like, you know what? I mean, season 2, and you know, I'm glad they continue with Kingpin because like these dudes, like they all click. It's crazy. Everybody clicks off of each other. Like
I don't know if it was the adrenaline or the fact that Punisher had a real good body armor, but the way he was a one-man wrecking crew when he pulled up on that task force at the other spot, I mean, he
grabbed that shotgun. I think he's about to go wild.
That man ate medicine with no water. He chewed medicine, painkillers. He said, "That is crazy."
Oh yeah. Pill. First off,
exactly.
Pills, that chalky flavor. Nah.
So you heard a crunch. All you heard was just, huh?
I mean, he was going in, but that one, I don't know if y'all caught it, but the one part where he sliced the guy's groin open, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Only thing I didn't like about that scene, though, I didn't see the plan with the crash out. I was just like, what was the plan? But then I'm like, I guess he just wanted to crash out because that's what he just be on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think he looking for reason to kill people.
I just rushed them. I'm like, they like, hey, and then they was dick eating crazy. I mean, I'm talking about imagine to a bunch of people with your uniform thing on, like, man, we don't even want to kill you, bro. We just want you to join. And then everything you've been building up for, dick eating for. I'm talking about hopping, twerking on the meat. And this dude go like this. He goes, y'all some clowns.
That was crazy, man.
Huh? Me? I'm like, me? Yeah, y'all some clowns. Y'all wasting y'all time, man. Cause Punisher take that shit serious. His family died behind this shit. This ain't no fucking joke.
And he said that when he was fighting them, like, you know, it's a reason why I do this. He like, I don't just go out killing people just.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I thought he was going to escape and crush him, but I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie either, because the way he was moving, I mean,
I thought he was about to get out, bro.
He was fighting through him. He was like, "Oh nah, we can't do 1-on-1 with this dude. We got to do like 6-on-1 to take because he like we don't know what this guy got going on through his veins. Like he like was going crazy. But they finally got him and they finally held him down and everything like that, and they finally captured him. But one of the biggest points for me in this episode wasn't even anything that was gruesome. It was when Karen and Matt went to Foggy's what's that thing called? Storage. And they found that file to understand. It's crazy how Foggy is dead, but he's still an intricate part of the story.
Yeah.
Like he's still a huge part of why all this stuff is going on. So now Karen and Matt now finally figure out or get to the foundation as to why Foggy was killed. It wasn't just coincidence. He was basically assassinated. He was a hit. Like he stumbled on. And thing is, they found out he stumbled on something that was bigger than what he thought it was. He didn't know what he had, but they found out.
He was just trying to get his client out. Remember, he was going to use the red hook thing just to get him off, type shit.
Yeah, but he didn't know what he was really getting himself into. He didn't know he didn't know how deep he was into it. And of course, he dies without even knowing it. He goes to his grave with that.
I had to tell somebody online yesterday that there was no way in hell Bullseye is redeemable and does not belong. You think he got? I don't know, man, because that's what I was going to ask, man. Where are the Thunderbolts? Is Kingpin? Is this going to affect Kingpin or the Thunderbolts going to affect them? When is the Thunder?
I guess you found out on May 2nd.
I guess that's what we do. We got to find out on May 2nd, for sure, man. But episode 9 was crazy, man. Coons, Lex, y'all, what y'all think about episode 9?
I'm just guiding y'all through.
Man, I really
Shout
enjoyed
Torian. Nah,
9.
definitely just gave a great summary for real. Shout out to Torian.
Because there's still some more. There's still some more left in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like we almost through with it though.
Yeah, episode 9 was a great episode, great finale. I mean, at the end, it was just like I want season 2 now, because like I want to see where y'all going from this. Like again, what we've been saying with the tone, like that a whole apartment fight scene was just like, oh, y'all really going there, Disney? Like y'all let the showrunners do what they want, like make this your own, and I appreciated that.
And all the F-bombs they dropped, I said, oh, I know. I said, am I really watching Disney right now? Just on that alone.
He put his middle finger up in that jump.
Yeah,
he told him fuck you.
And Karen saved Matt from crashing out because she was like, because they went to the location and it was like, look, Matt, I know you want to go in there and take all of them out, but you're in no condition to do so. Like, you are recovering from being shot. Like, you cannot maneuver that way. She said, I understand it, but listen, you cannot move the way that you. And I'm not even gonna lie. When Karen kissed him, I thought she was gonna kiss him on the lips.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
she's chilling.
She gave him a forehead kiss.
That's like I believe in you.
Yeah. So I'm glad. I'm glad that she did that, because I feel like if Karen wasn't there and he went by himself, he would have did just that. He probably would have died. So I'm glad that she did, and I like that they just sat there for a minute. He was reflecting what she said, and then all the lights come back on. The power goes back on into the city, and everything's like, things not going to be the same. It's like what the city was one way before the power went out, and that's a whole nother way now that the power's back on. But the thing that told me that Kingpin is going to be dangerous as a mayor was when he addressed the city after the power came back on. He basically told that lie that it was a power grid situation. Like, you set that up yourself. But he said it was a vigilante thing. But it is what it is. But when he got up there and said that he was going to throw his task force out there to go after any masked vigilante, he's like, it's illegal to be a vigilante now. I'm going after each and every one of you. Then he said, I'm implementing martial law. He said, he said, I'm implementing martial law. And then he threw in that 8 p.m. curfew. Not on the city that doesn't sleep, 8 p.m. curfew.
That's why I said your boy Spider-Man gonna make sure he get to work. You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man's gonna wake up and be like, what you mean I gotta be in the house by 8 o'clock? But I'm not gonna keep mentioning the Spider-Man. What's it called? Somebody said on Twitter, they said they can't believe the Punisher's superpower is having more dog in him than everyone else. Like the nigga was damn near like Ares, like you said. Like I know we kind of skipped past that. Also, as well, when you said with Fist, that was crazy. All the people that's like against him, he put in cages. Like, what the fuck? The whole sword master's in the cage. The sword dude, he's in the cage. He's in the cage.
Yep. He put all the mass vigilantes in cage. And I said, that's crazy. Him and Vanessa just came down them stairs, walking hand to hand, all bougie.
Hey, Vanessa like that, Joe.
Yeah, she's definitely a hitter. Hey. She's definitely his ride or die.
Hey.
And sat right and went right down to that other place. And that's one thing we forgot to mention.
When she punished that dude, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
That's one thing we forgot to mention from
you
episode 8.
Homie? I was like, go, yeah. That probably was
she did the triangle part. She did the triangle, 2 to the chest, 1 to the dome. I call that the triangle shot.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that nigga. She looked at the bigger picture. Soon as she found out Red Hook was a free band, and that that's the thing that I like, that they made us think that there was like the problem was she was trying to figure out what Fist is doing, and he like, look, baby, look. He said the first episode, baby girl, you feel me? He looked there and said, hey, let's go to therapy, let's do all this stuff, but just trust me, we gonna really get it cracking as soon as I become mayor and get in the door. And as soon as he got into the door, I'm talking about he went crazy, bro. I've never seen an MCU villain like him.
Oh,
ever.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the episode when he had what's the name of the guy who's like the one he appointed to like that deputy position?
Daniel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When they went,
Mhm.
when he and Buck
Yeah.
went and spoke to those people at that council, and they had all that intel on them, and basically saying, "Look, you're going to do what Mayor Fisk says, or we're gonna put all this stuff out there."
Facts.
He's like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts with it. There is no in between or go around. You're going to do, or this is what's going to happen to you. Basically, in layman terms, that's what he was saying.
This is the thing I really didn't like though, because we've been talking about stuff good. This is something I didn't like though. I just think it still ended though, like with a question mark of like. I still feel like I want more. Like it wasn't a finale. Like it wasn't closing anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like we didn't close anything. But I know, of course, it's a season 2. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's they're obviously pushing towards that. But I just didn't feel complete like a finale. I just didn't feel it just didn't feel like a finale complete. The end, I didn't like that at the end when he was in the bar. He's like, we're gonna build an army. I know we're like, oh, you know, we want who we want to be there should have been there. I feel like at least one defender, at least Luke Cage. When he turned around, it was like a 95-year-old cop one there. I was like, what in the other cop that from the 5th episode? I'm like, where is Jessica Jones? Where are Iron Fist? I mean, where's Iron Fist? All these people, man, throw them in the pot now.
They coming. They coming. They said we can't like show you now. Like we gotta wait until season 2. That's when we're gonna bring them all in.
They better.
Les, was you ready to say something?
And definitely, hey man. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Lex. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna agree with you. I wrote it down too, Pap. It did not feel like a finale by the end. I was so disappointed. I was very upset by the end because I felt like this is what Marvel does. This is what they always do. They take us all the way up like this, and then it just falls flat. Like it just didn't feel like a finale. Like you know what it felt? I don't even know what it felt like. Cause then I was just like, okay, like season 2, and I get that it's going into season 2, but I have this thing with shows where I feel like when seasons end, even if you've already been approved for 10 more seasons, like each season should end as if there's not going to be another season. Like it should like close some doors a little bit. But like I told you from the beginning, like I felt like this show had no real story. It was just things happening and we're just following along, but not like a build up to like this point, and then this is the it didn't have a climax. That's the word I'm looking for. This episode
fire,
did not
though.
feel like a climax.
It was good television,
But it
though.
went like this because like that fight scene, Chef's Kiss. I was sitting there with my jaw wide open, like, oh my gosh, when he ripped the guy's head apart, jaw wide open. So it's like all this, and then I'm just like at the end, like, okay, oh.
Like, you know, Marvel always do the pan to all the characters. They always got to show every character on the show what they doing at the end.
So basically, like had all like basically all this ending is you see the task force is like right there, they're out on the streets. Like you say, he implemented martial law, so that's not good. You see White Tiger's niece, and I said well, that's like a just a hint because we know she's going to pick up the mantle eventually. Then you see, like I said, they all in the cages, and then you see Fisk and Vanessa sitting down eating, and then you see Daredevil staying in the bar basically saying I need to build an army, and we know what that's alluding to, him getting the Defenders back together. So that's basically what it is. But then they had the post-credit scene or the mid-credit scene where you have Punisher talking to that guard, and I'm like, how can you be so dumb?
The dumbest
I'm
guard
like,
in the world.
I'm like, do you not know what this guy's capable of, and you gonna shake his hand? I said, at the minute he got a hold of his hand, it was a wrap. He broke that whole arm.
It was a wrap.
He broke that man's whole arm. I said, he about to get out because I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're supposed to be doing a special presentation for Punisher. So that's probably what that's going to lead. So that's probably what that. So that's probably what that lead in is going to be, him getting out of there. And I don't know what they're going to do.
Punisher escapes
with. I don't know what they're going to do with that because with the special presentation that's usually like an hour long. So. That's going to just be like a one-off, like a special, but it's
like
probably going to tie in.
The werewolf,
like Werewolf by Night,
okay.
Like that. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that.
No, most definitely, man. Episode 9. I mean, let's let me see this. What reason would King have to go to Luke Cage? They gonna be in the mix. Are they vigilantes?
When he says vigilantes, I mean that's like code name for heroes anyway.
Anybody,
he just calls them.
That's like the hero version of nigga.
Third chance, what up? Um, I definitely. I mean, anybody got any other thoughts on episode 9? Because
I
I don't
have a
want
question,
to. Uh-huh.
or like a just a not like a question, but like something just to put out there. I'm just very confused on power levels and stuff like that because Matt Murdock got shot in the chest and did a whole fight scene a couple of hours later. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How is that possible? Like, does he have some super healing strength or something that
I
I'm
know what
missing?
I can answer that question. I can answer that question for you.
I know he can regulate some of his,
I know what I can answer that question
some
for
of his
you.
blood.
It's the power of plot.
Shut up.
The power.
It's the power of plot armor. That is the strongest armor you can have in any
You
superhero
can
based
do
show. Is the power
anything.
of plot armor.
I
Because
was
bro
like, hold
survived
up.
shots. He survived shot. Even Punisher though, when Punisher was getting fucked up, I said, I don't like feeling like you're gonna get away. Sometimes, like I was like, damn, he might actually kill everybody in this little circle and then go
Uh-huh.
to his next move. I'm like, hold up, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, are they? But and Tone said something too, how like even Kingpin, like I think he just entered MCU level status. You know what I'm saying? Like a villain. You know what I'm saying? And where
Yeah.
he, you know what I'm saying? Where he really gonna go with this? Like I think he gonna try to really take this shit to the next level. I wrote 2 days ago. This is Disney Plus. Nothing is fatal anymore.
But one of Kingpin's, um, you know, like his other powers is like what you call it, persuasion, and he can sometimes be so for uh I want to say hypnotic, like you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Like the
Like
master
so,
manipulation.
yeah. So he has
Yeah.
very great mental. So when he sat down to make the public address, it probably offended some people in some kind of way too, though. 'Cause it was like a man. The guy said, like, yeah, trust me, I'm about to fuck y'all shit up. But they're gonna trust him anyways because he's there, persuasive and
Yeah,
charismatic.
yeah. He definitely was spitting game to the city of New York. They was tuned in. You feel me? And more people he can get with his calls, the better. He liked he liked Penguin if he wasn't so grimy. I don't know. Penguin is
The-
motherfucker.
Penguin
They
grimy is
both
too.
grimy.
They
Right.
if they linked, you know what I'm saying?
That's
I don't even think. Oh my, because I
It's just
said
that
that
one of them has a bad foot.
Yeah, I
the
said
only
Lex.
difference.
I said that New York. I said this is when the lights went off. I said this is some a little Gotham. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, where the fuck is Batman? Once again,
mm,
Spider Man. Where the fuck is Spider Man? But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna really get into that too much. But if we go around, I mean, if nobody has nothing else to say about the episode, I thought it was just still great television. At the end of the day, this was a great season of television. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good TV. You feel what I'm saying? And I really fuck with good TV. I would give it a 9 out of 10. 8.5 is the lowest, but 9 out of 10 for the whole season for me. In episode 9, I would give it an 8.5, but whole season, lighters up. Daredevil Born Again.
Uh,
mhm.
I gave it the last episode like a 7.58. And that 8 is me being generous with it, because of the fight scenes. Other than that, yeah, solid 7.5. But the entire show, I definitely give it a 8.59. Like I'm not gonna let that the last 2 episodes just erase all the great stuff that I had watched. So definitely a solid 8.5, 9.
Okay. Tomorrow.
That,
I would give the episode a 9 because it was like I said, it was very gruesome. Like you can tell they definitely saved it for this one. Not saying they didn't do it for the other ones, but the stuff that they did, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as for the season as a whole, I would give it 8.5.
Okay. Tone.
I'm gonna give the last episode 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 for all the reasons Tori said, yeah, and I said previously. So if I just take the order, like I said, the order that all three characters and music and stuff that like the lightning stuff contributed and just made it a solid episode for me. And actually, the last 2 episodes brought up the series as a whole for me, so I'm gonna give it 8.5. But I think they really saved their best stuff for they got these last 2 episodes, 8 and 9. Whatever director or whoever y'all was talking about, the switch or whatever, they need to stay on for next season.
Okay, Coons.
I get a last the finale. I give it a 9. Like what Torian was talking about, like the gore that they displayed, it really it made like it gave it a rewatchable scene, and I think that memorable scene stick out so much that like it'll be talked about moving forward. You know, I think like in different Marvel standpoints, you know, this moment might be brought up or reference. Like, y'all know Kingpin did such and such to the commissioner. Like, I think they did this to establish something greater. So I give that a 9. As far as the season, uh, I was leaning 8.5, but I think I say a 9 because it's not an episode I never liked.
Yeah.
I can't give it a 10 because just the pacing, like it is two different seasons tone wise, but I've enjoyed every episode, so I would give it a 9. Like I mentioned a few days ago, I do want to binge watch everything just to see what I feel like as it progresses, to see how
Mhm.
cohesive it really is. But
Okay.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's a super. I put this torch up because we had a super liners up for Daredevil, y'all. We haven't had a good series from Disney Plus Marvel, I think,
Loki.
since
Loki.
Hawk. We liked Hawkeye. I think everybody
Yeah.
liked Hawkeye. I think
Hawkeye was fine.
We know why you liked Hawkeye.
No, I'm talking about the actual show, like Hawkeye. What else did we like?
I'm trying to think what came after Hawkeye.
Did
That's
we
what I
like
mean. I was talking about the show. We know why you like
WandaVision?
Hawkeye.
Mhm.
I think everybody liked the first season of Loki. I don't know about the second season for real.
Loki's sitting on his chair right now, but he about to get up soon.
You gonna have to.
Good.
Nourishing said Heather is the least. We. Oh my God, just bringing her name up all the time. She's in the hospital with her boyfriend who got shot in the chest and was like, I don't think this is the bully.
That's funny. Yeah.
Like,
I
no,
don't
for
think it's
real.
working out for me.
Like,
And
I didn't
also,
like-
and now she got a new position. What Vince gave her a new.
We didn't talk
spot.
about that.
Yeah, she got like
her
a new
ticket
position.
that was
working
fine
with
me.
her.
I was like, all right.
And I kind of figured she was gonna say yes to it too.
But then she couldn't say no because
Yeah, because she's gonna die.
yeah.
Like what?
She had to
She
say
was gonna
yes.
die like, right on screen. She was gonna get killed.
She said people
Yeah,
die
yeah.
around here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I that was grimy, but as we hashtag fuck Heather, you feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna change. I wanted to. It's funny. I just be saying I want to party with Heather, and now I don't want to have his name no more.
But so Pat, that mean you're not gonna get the Heather Funko Pop?
Fuck no. They gonna
I'm
probably
getting the actual Heather Funko Pop.
they probably will make a Heather Funko Pop for no fucking reason. And it'll be an exclusive one. Like
all because she saved herself from Muse.
that's exactly what
Wow.
next to it. You feel me?
They better have a Muse Funko Pop before they have a Heather
Yeah,
Funko
I would
Pop.
get that. I would get that. That probably gonna look sweet. I can't.
That's
lie.
gonna be all red.
Yeah, that probably looks sweet. But shout out to y'all, man. Daredevil Born Again, man. What y'all think below, man? Let us know in the comments what y'all think of the view. Shout out to everybody that was rocking with us in the comments, man, and the viewers. But we really appreciate y'all really showing up for this whole season. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, and appreciate y'all too. The group chat.
Feel like these weeks went by fast.
No,
It
they went by super fast. Like this is
9
probably the
weeks.
fastest
Crazy.
like show we ever watched. Like well, really, like honestly. So really was a great time, man. I'm glad we got to come over here live and just talk about the show. We definitely said that. We was like,
that was funny.
Season 2,
she was so salty.
We rooting for that because that's what she gave in right there. Like, fuck it. I'm just going to say fuck this guy right here. Before we go though, May 2nd. I mean, we can't do a live review. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But Thunderbolts is coming out. Before we
I posted
go,
I posted
any
it. I posted in the group chat. I posted in the group chat. I said, "Let's gonna be in there with a Kleenex."
I'm not
any
ready.
predictions before we go? Any predictions for Thunderbolts? Coons,
I'm telling you, sleeper of the year. I keep telling y'all that ever since the first season dropped. When the first season dropped, everybody was like, "Oh, I don't know about this. How is this going to work? How are they going to fight Sentry? What are they going to do with the Void?" And it's like, I like what they did. They promoted it in a way where it felt like it was real light, but then as it gets closer to the release date, it gets heavy. Like it's touching, like that's why I posted in the group chat. It's hitting some emotional barriers there, especially with the Yelena character. Like she looked like she gonna be going through it in this movie. And you see her walking into the void. I'm like, so I like this is
my favorite character now. So Yelena, we with whatever she with. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
no, wait a minute though. You gotta find a way to get Yelena and Kate Bishop back together again so they can have some.
They probably are. They're definitely gonna do that. They definitely going. Yelena should have beat her ass in that fucking elevator. She really should have beat her, whooped her ass, but she really obviously was sparing her completely. But yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I got high hopes for Thunderbolts, and I think I was I feel like I was one of the few people that was on board from jump when a lot of people were kind of skeptical about it. I said, don't sleep on it now, and it's like now as time gets closer, people are starting to see, what I see. And I'm glad that with the promo, they haven't really spoiled much of anything. They keep kind of showing the same scenes again when they do the trailers, like new trailers and whatnot. But I'm still curious though. I don't know what they're going to do with Sentry in the Void, because I mean, this guy's turning people into shadows and dust, like just by sticking his hand out. Like this is crazy. So I don't know how they're going to fight, how they're going to defeat that, like what they're going to use. I hope they don't use plot device like we was talking earlier. Don't use plot.
These humans all of a sudden.
Because if Yelena get what's it call it and kills him somehow, I'm gonna be mad if what's it called it comes out of nowhere.
I just want to see how they're going to. I just want to see how they're going to tackle that. I want to see if they can actually pull that off. How they're going to tackle dealing with someone who is like godlike, like he's literally like a god. Like,
yeah, no. I one thing I can say, I have believed in the Thunderbolts and I believe in the Fantastic Four, but now I don't believe in the Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal threw me off. I'm just gonna say that now. And then when the Human Torch thing, him saying that he's not gonna be like Johnny Torch for real, I was like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna go with that with no expectations. And my excitement is going to Thunderbolts, like Torian said. One, I feel like each of these characters have like some like burden with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they got something going on with their peoples, and then I mean, we got evil Captain America. He killed somebody. Like, bro, you fucked up. You not even Cap no more. Then we got Taskmaster, who, you know what I'm saying, got to redeem herself from doing all the shit she was doing.
Taskmaster gonna die, bro.
Almost definitely.
Wouldn't it be something if it's some trailer, if it was some trailer trickery up in there and Taskmaster's all up and through this movie, and it's just the way if they set the trailer up where, because the thing is they can remove. Because I don't know if people knew or not, but ironically, because you brought a Fantastic Four, Sue Storm is actually pregnant in the movie.
Yeah, with Frank.
With Franklin Richards. And we all know, like, if you know Franklin Richards, he is OP. I mean, extremely OP. Very OP. But they could, like I said, they could have did trailer trickery and found a way to not have her in the trailers. And she could be all up and through and all of
die. She's gonna die.
Okay.
Ghost, I want her to live because I feel like they need to expand on her character. I like Ant-Man and Wasp, so you know what I'm saying. I thought she was a cool little villain. Bucky, that nigga just been around. He just around at this point, so they just kind of swing him
congressman.
around.
He about to be congressman.
Yeah, he about to be Congressman Bucky. And then we got Red Guardian, who pick me out, Captain America, who really had the same like level of clout, but not really. And then Yelena, the second Black Widow. So you know what I'm saying? I am excited to see. I think it's gonna have that balance of what we need to see with that hand-to-hand type combat. You know what I'm saying? And then with the comic aspect, all of them are kind of like quirky a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They all like tell, but Sentry, like you said, that nigga ain't gonna be telling no jokes. You know what I'm saying? You gonna just be getting hurt. He just going like this. They just going like this into the ground. I don't rock with that. But yeah.
And then we gotta go see this to finally find out once and for all what does that asterisk mean? They said you gotta watch. I think that's the other mystery, is like finding out what does that asterisk actually mean now? Like finally we're gonna figure out what does that. A lot of people are saying it means they're gonna turn into Dark Avengers. That's the main one that I kept hearing about for a while. Is that's what they're going to turn into?
Because we need a new Avengers team, man. We need the Avengers is done. You know what I'm saying?
And aren't some of them going to be in Doomsday?
Who?
Some of the Thunderbolt characters aren't they supposed to be? Aren't some of them going to be in Doomsday?
I think Red Guardian.
There weren't some of their names on them shares.
Red Guardian, Bucky, right? I think.
I
Buggy
can't remember
definitely.
now.
I think
Buggy definitely.
Taskmaster. I think Taskmaster was on. I think it was a couple people in there, and people was like, "How they revealing them?" Hold on, bro. Could we get a Google real quick? We get a Google to see who's on those chairs. Cause who?
I'm just expecting the Thunderbolts to be something like Suicide Squad. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. I'm just hoping it's a good movie.
It's gonna be better than Suicide Squad.
I feel like it's gonna be that Suicide Squad vein.
At least it's better. I hope it's better than the Suicide Squad with John Cena. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I love
Suicide Squad.
No, not the original one. The original one was it's a niche jump, but the original, y'all know the original one what's the name? Yeah,
I like that one though.
No, that joke was low key hard though. Low key tough.
But this is gonna be
But
better.
I'm talking about the remake though. Yeah, with your boy Peacemaker.
Yeah, no, that shit was ass. That shit was
Yeah.
ass.
Yelena's in it. I'm looking now.
Okay.
U.S.
So
agent. That's the new. That was the evil cap, right?
Okay,
U.S.
so
agent.
John Walker.
Daredevil's in it. Bucky's in it. Are we just talking about the people who are in Thunderbolts? Okay, yeah, Bucky's in it.
That's 3. And the guy who played Red Guardian, right?
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah.
Oh, Daryl just wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, Daryl just wrote it. Yeah. Bucky, Elena,
Yep, Taskmaster
Daryl,
dead. I'm telling you.
And Red Guardian.
We know he did.
Oh, they said
Y'all
Century.
know who else is gonna be in it?
Me?
Oh, like shit. No, for real.
Owen Wilson playing Mobius.
Oh yeah. Oh, for real?
Hey,
man.
That mean the TVA gonna have a role in there somewhere, which means Loki gonna be somewhere popping up in there somehow, some way too. Has to.
He ain't gonna come back as a white man.
Who? Oh, you think
anything?
Shut up.
I'm saying anything. Kane gonna come back white. Everybody will be like, huh? I'm like, no, they're not gonna bring Kane back. But dang, if the TVA, I like the TVA to be honest. I thought they was like a little cool thing. I just think the TVA could have went so much deeper, bro. Like
where are they?
Yes. Where are they?
Outside of time. They ain't interfering.
What does that mean?
It doesn't make sense, Tom.
Yeah, no, makes sense. But they literally exist outside of time. He's just there.
And I wonder if this century that's going to be in Doomsday going to be like the main century, because this one that we're getting Thunderbolts, that's the Void century.
So it could be a whole different man, and then another one. Oh my god!
No, what I'm saying is the one that we're getting in Thunderbolts, that's the Void version of Sentry. But there's a main like a regular Sentry, because the Void version of Sentry is like a villain, but the main Sentry he's not a villain, he's like a hero.
Oh yeah,
like
hero version.
It's like similar to
because in the trailer they actually showed that S, like the S plate that he wears.
Yeah,
that's the Sentry symbol. They actually show that in the trailers. So
it's like similar
I don't think he's wearing it like as the voice, and in the voice Sentry he's like evil.
Well, maybe
I like his design, the all black, and you could just see the glowing eyes. I like that. I don't know how they did that effect.
Are you seeing it Thursday, Torian?
Yeah, I'm seeing it Thursday.
Well, we are too. So, what's it called? We'll have the scoop. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Thursday when?
At night. The night.
I mean, at what time?
7:30, I think. Out Viedo. Out Richmond though.
Okay.
Yeah,
you going out Richmond?
Yeah.
That's where I live now.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's only one theater out there, y'all. It's only one theater.
It's only one AMC theater.
One AMC theater. It's a dining joint. But they what am I about to say? May 1st. What am I about to fucking say? In the group chat, y'all, I'm saying right now, there is a, what is it called? When you can't say anything, embargo.
Embargo code.
The embargo lifts on
Sunday.
Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm giving it extra time.
For
Tuesday.
what?
All
This
we can give is hints.
Go for Thunderbolt.
Yeah, all we can give is hints.
This Tuesday? That's crazy.
Nah, come on.
No,
No.
the Tuesday after the
That Tuesday
first.
after it come out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say.
So embargo. So look, everybody safe, you know what I'm saying? And then if you haven't seen it, just say it so we won't go two hands.
They
Yeah.
just send a lightning bolt.
Yeah. There you go. Send a lightning bolt and we won't go two hands.
When are you doing the review?
Probably like that weekend.
Okay.
Or maybe next week. So that's what I'm saying. It'd be nice if everybody sees it, you know what I'm saying? But definitely we will keep it on hush. But I will show my excitement in the gift. So when y'all see my gift, y'all know what's really going on. But I think it's going to be a great gift. TV Lane. Hold on. Black Widow. When they land.
The superhero landing, the superhero pose.
Get out. All right.
I'm doing that.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
And also tomorrow, I will be seeing Sinners. Like I said, I've heard nothing but great things about this movie. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad. Shout out to Ryan Coogler. He earned a rare 100 score on Rotten Tomatoes for this movie. That is, mind you, for the critics, that is very rare and hard to get. When you got the critics giving you a 100, a perfect 100 of your movie. So, and as a matter of fact, I think they said all of Ryan Coogler's movies have, like, the lowest he ever got was an 84, and that was on Wakanda Forever. Everything else was in the 90s and 100. So, but they said everything else was in the 90s and 100. So with Sinners. So yeah, I said Ryan Coogler is about to, he's doing his big one with this one. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. And I know Lex and Pap can't wait to see it either.
Yes. It's the first thing I'm going to do with my weekend.
No, I'm missing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely missing that shit. But seriously, I know y'all do. I know y'all do not like Michael B. Jordan for whatever reason. I mean, that's on you. But I would highly suggest just see the movie for what it is, though. That's what we have you for.
If you come and tell us that it was a great movie, not us, me. If you tell me that, hey, I really think you should go, because I finished the first season of Lioness. You were right about Lioness, so I was like, all right, I can trust your word. So
did you watch? Hold on, did you watch the second season?
No, I just started it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's why I said she took a suggestion. So if you really tell her
and Cross, so that's what I'm saying. I trust you enough. So if you tell me, Lex, I think you should see this genuinely, I will go see it.
And Pat, your girl is in it. I mean, you run the Haley Steinfeld Stan account.
She's getting married, bro. That's Josh Allen's girl. You know what I'm saying? That is Haley Steinfeld. She's a well-known actor and artist, and that's how I know her, through the Hawkeye show. That's the only reason why I know her, in Bumblebee. Other than that, she seems like a great
and woman. Also Gwen Stacy in Across the Spider-Verse. In the Spider-Verse movie.
See, you know what I'm saying? And I know what's his name? The dude who plays Spider-Man somewhere in a corner dying because
that dude embarrassed himself.
Oh my God. What's his name?
Shameik Moore. He embarrassed himself. I said that press tour for Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be awkward come 2027. I'm just saying it's going to be so awkward.
It is. It is. He made it weird. But what's the Atlanta real name? What's your real name again?
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. That's we on team. And she in Dune. Yeah, get in Dune 3, baby. You know what I'm saying? Get in Dune. You feel what I'm saying? Dune was amazing.
That's your new Bookie?
Dude. No, because every time I start a fan club about these bitches, they end up getting married. Every time I start a fan club for these bitches, they got a nigga behind door curtain number one, and right when you peek for them, they be like, "My man come out of nowhere." Josh Allen, when I was seeing, I'm like, Haley Steinfeld, I'm like, nobody trying to talk to her. Josh Allen proposed it. I'm like, that, all right, bro. And then and then Sydney Sweeney. I thought she was gonna come in the MCU and play. There was that saying she was gonna play Black Cat after that terrible Mad on Web movie. They need to save her and bring her into the MCU as well. That's just a random thought, though. But
scenario, though, like, what would happen if you actually ran into she was just maybe promoting something and you just happen to see her, like, and you maybe could have said, I don't know, like took a picture with her or whatever, how would you react in that moment?
Honestly, I can't even
You
lie though.
you would just be straight like normal, like
And no funny, it's not even being funny. Shout out to my brother. When I been around him, met so many like people who like famous. I just kind of now I'm like I don't even be like I as much as I want to geek. You feel what I'm saying? I'd be like yeah nah. But if it was me and her off the personal tip, like not with people around, but if it was just me off the personal tip.
like you can interview her or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be like, oh yeah, hey, I'm like, hey, son, if I get a picture, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a pic real quick, and I'm like, now look, I'm like, you getting married? Is that for real? I'm just gonna ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you gonna be in Avengers Doomsday? Ask stuff like that. That's what I would do. Now, if it was Yelena, if it was Florence Pugh, I don't know what I might do, man. I might pass out or something. You know what I'm saying? I might get her to sign something and get it tattooed because that's how much of a fan I am. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, okay, hold on. Did you watch Oppenheimer?
That's 3 hours I gotta dedicate for real.
It's a good movie. She's in that movie, but it's a good movie. And
you watched the Tone too? You watched the Tone?
What, the Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel kind of, hey, after well, I don't know, man. I might try to watch it. I can't, bro. I can't watch it.
So how far did you get? The reason why I brought it up
like,
is because as much as
it's on my watch list. I really want to see it, but I'm like, damn, I can't watch it how I want to watch it, bro, because I feel like it's gonna like shake the fucking shit, bro.
Well, let's put it this way.
You gotta watch this shit like a certain way. You gotta watch it to a certain level, and like, yeah.
As big of a fan as you have become of Florence Pugh, let's just put it this way. There's a scene in this movie where she shows a side of herself that I never thought I would see, or I don't think any person watching her would see. When I saw that scene, I was like, wow, they must have put some serious M's in her contract to do this.
Oh.
Interesting.
I think you know what I mean, and you're muted, Pat.
Oh no, I was about to say I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer tomorrow. Then, so what's it called? Now explained. Now he's already open. Oppenheimer will be watched between today and this weekend. So don't even worry about it. Y'all.
So that means what, an hour a day because it's 3 hours long.
I'm gonna get us some time to do it. Probably like Friday. I'm just gonna lock in after I get off work. Just lock in, just sit right and just go. You know what I'm saying? After 6:30, it's gonna start, and I'm gonna sit there till 6:30 too. Because I've seen stuff like that. Like Pearl Harbor was a double VHS. You feel what I'm saying? That movie was 3 hours. I love that movie.
Titanic.
Oh yeah, Titanic too. I watched Pearl Harbor so much, bro. I love Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck and Josh. What's his name? Harnett or whatever his name is with an H. Josh H. He's in Black Hawk Down too, and in Trap too. But I'm gonna tap into it though. And give him because like I said, we team Black Widow over here. Hashtag bring other Black Widow back, which I don't know. They kind of teased that on Marvel. They posted something. Scarlett Johansson, like I guess watching Black Widow, and then like it's one of them things where like this is like the best Black Widow, and then the person recording is the person in the movie or whatever. Have you seen like a little thing like that? So I was like, they said like they should make a Black Widow too, and then it flipped and it was her, and I was like,
that could be a thing, yeah. A hint.
Would a Black Widow kill Sentry? Think deeper, brothers. Think deeper. Plot. What is it called? Plot device.
Plot twist.
Plot twist, plot device.
Plot twist.
Yeah, she's gonna be the plot device. I'm calling it now. Black Widow gonna come out with and all of a sudden Sentry done daughter.
Yeah,
girl
right.
power. There you go.
Well, clearly we know they're not killing him because he's gonna be in Doomsday.
Or he comes back in Doomsday. But look, does anybody have anything else before we go, man? Anything other spill before we go?
I think the next MCU show is going to be Ironheart.
Judging by that response,
yeah, well, I just thought about somebody.
I will give it a chance.
You gonna review that, Tori?
I said I'm not gonna review it. I said I'll watch it just to see, what it's hitting on.
It might be alright.
He said I'll watch it.
I just wanted to recall Tori's question. He asked me about Alabama. Somebody talked me out of watching it. That's why I did watch it. I used to like talk me out of it. They was like, "Dad, you really wanted to watch about the atom bomb?" I was like, "Yeah," but I just never got around to watching it for some reason.
I only
So
watched
yeah,
Oppenheimer
that's
because so many
all.
people said it was so good because I wasn't going to go
Yeah,
see it.
like I like
But then
stuff
I
like
said,
that.
okay,
Like,
let me go and watch this
yeah,
movie because everyone keeps hyping it up. And
yeah.
then I said the same thing. I said this movie's 3 hours long. And I was like, but I did sit through Avatar. So I mean
I ain't worried about the
I said,
hours. I just got
I
That's
said, let
talked
me go
out
ahead
of
and
it
different.
for
watch it.
some reason.
Well, I know it's different. I'm just talking about like time and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I sat there and watched it. I said, now I can understand the hype around it because it actually was a good movie. The event itself is a messed up one,
Yeah.
but the movie was good.
yeah.
I chose to watch Barbie during that time. Great
Good.
movie.
Yeah,
That
nothing
was
like
not a
that.
great movie. I watched both though, but that was not a great movie.
You're
I
Who
muted,
walked
didn't
out on
Pat.
like
that movie.
Barbie?
Barbie
Who-
was amazing, nigga. You tripping like shit. That shit was
Mm.
No,
like that.
no.
Man, shout out to Barbie. I
He
picked
says
Barbie too, nigga.
he said
I
I'm not
picked
trying to
Barbie too,
he said
nigga.
I'm not trying to live in a Barbie world.
Man,
Mm.
that joint was so good. I can't even lie. I was
Amazing
shocked
is
it
a
was good
stretch,
though.
bro. I
And
think
then
I
your
think
man
that's
was
what
in
it
there. Your
was.
favorite MCU character was in there,
I
Shang-Chi.
think I think it's just low
Yeah.
expectations. So when we watch it, it's like, oh, this movie is actually better than I thought. It was cool. It's like a
That joint was
six.
great. He faking. Oh my
It's like a
goodness.
six, bro. That movie not
Man,
all that.
Shang-Chi was the best character in there, bro. And hashtag fuck Shang-Chi. You know what I'm saying? Because he getting smoked just because he don't like Barbie. You feel me? Because he gonna be in Doomsday. He gonna be in Doomsday.
So
I
he's
think
finally about to pop back up because we ain't seen him since 2021.
since 2020. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him since a STEMI. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's I'm like, oh man, okay. Well, shout out to everybody pulling up, man, to the finale review of Daredevil Born Again. We talked about a lot of other stuff too as well, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for pulling up, man. I really, really do, man. We definitely gonna keep it going. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch Ironheart, but we will be watching movies. So we will do some reviews.
I'm gonna watch Ironheart just to see what it's sitting on.
We sat
I'm
there
always
and reviewed She-Hulk.
That's because we wanted to see it be. That's because I
well,
actually
that is
really
true.
wanted to see that She-Hulk shit.
Oh.
Nobody wants to see Iron Man 2, but I'm going to support it from the group chat when Torian talks about it.
You're wild.
So when
No,
he
we
said,
gotta
look,
watch it because she's black. We gotta root for
we need to pick
everybody
an
black in the
emoji for each
MCU.
Marvel thing. So like when we just
Do
want
you
to
have the
support
Riri
it,
Williams
just
Funko?
put a heart.
Do you have the Riri Williams Funko? Because I know she probably has one.
Yeah, she has one, but I didn't get it. It was in the Wakanda Forever like Funko. But I didn't like Wakanda Forever. So I was like, I didn't get anything from that. I don't think I got anything from that. No, nothing from Wakanda Forever at all. So it is what it. Use emojis for what y'all like. Before y'all go, y'all get y'all spill, man. Let's just hit one of the.
I know it's past my bedtime, y'all.
Go ahead, get your spill before we go.
Follow me on everything. That name right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Torian.
You find me on here, Torian Rain Reloaded. Like I said, I'm gonna be seeing Sinners tomorrow. I'm gonna put my review up on Friday, most likely. Can't wait to see it. One of my most anticipated movies of 2025. When I rounded out 2024 and was talking about the ones movies and shows I was looking forward to, this one was like near the top of the list. I'm very much so looking forward to it. Heard nothing but great things about it. Now I get to finally see it, and I haven't been spoiled. And I hope I'm not jinxing myself between now and 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, it's my go?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, y'all. But yeah, man, y'all know, just follow me, Tony TMG. You know, I'm always blessed to be in this thing. Might get me some Chipotle. I might rewatch the episode, I think. So,
Owning this for Chipotle.
hey, shout out to what's his name, Julian. Sorry for your bowl, buddy, but this is mine now. So,
Julian. Slime. Okay. Hey, shout out to him, man.
My man had chicken with just chicken and rice, no veggies, no nothing. He just had chicken and rice, double chicken and rice.
No, he a freak.
Terrible. Yeah, that. Yeah.
I mean, last thing I want to say, for sure, keep God first. But
For sure.
this like a good little run for movies. I mentioned it in the chat. We had the Amateur last week. We got Sinners this week. We got The Accountant the week after. The Accountant 2 the week after. Then we
Mhm.
got Thunderbolt. So this a good little
Months.
pocket that cinema is in right now. So
I
All the
said
way to
that
July.
yeah, through
yeah,
July. Like it's literally like it's gonna be a run. Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
said you could thank that actors and writers strike for that.
nah, that's a
Because I feel
fact.
like because I feel like if it wasn't for that strike, these movies wouldn't be piling up on top of each other the way that they are. I mean, like it's they doing it's like a domino effect. One fall and the rest is keep on falling
Yeah,
until the last one falls.
I agree. It probably was because of that. Because it's
It
never been
had to
like
be.
this. Like
Yeah,
all
like
these
it's like
big
it's movie
things.
after movie after movie.
Yeah.
Like, no, I definitely agree, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Definitely cool to keep y'all first for show. And shout out to everybody in the comments, Bird Chance, Daryl. Shout out to you, man, pulling up to this reviews like since episode like 2, my dog. I appreciate you. And then we be talking on the DMs, man. He be sending me some stuff too, keeping me hip. So shout out to Daryl, man. He said he watching Iron Heart for because the hood. We gonna get our review from Daryl like shit, cause cause only Torian said he gonna tap in. But
Yeah, I'm gonna
man,
watch.
if you haven't already, man, subscribe to Marvel's Bluntz, man. Appreciate all the love, man, on the channel, man. For real, man. Like this video, man, and we definitely got way more in the way. It'd be nice the game. We gonna get together for some more movie reviews. If there's anything shows, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to suggest, leave it in the comments.
Oh,
Light us up for Daredevil, man.
start if you know it started this past Sunday. Season 2 of The Last of Us is officially underway.
Oh yeah, I've been watching that shit ass. But we're gonna get to we gonna talk about that though. We're gonna talk about that though.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
watch
talk about
the
it in
first
group chat.
season?
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch
Did
it
you watch
again.
the first season?
Yeah, I did. I watched the whole thing.
Pop don't like anything that come from PlayStation, so he gonna.
Oh no. The first season was good. The first season was good. The second one, I'm like,
It just started.
the second one,
I'm
you know what it
saying
is?
it's only
You know what
one
it
Right,
is?
episode.
he's saying that like
It
the
is,
whole
what it
season
is.
been out.
One is just, no, I'm about to tell you right now. One, they already got like spoiled what's going to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just know like the lore of the game, you kind of just know whatever. Like, I looked at the lore of the game when the first season came out. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I looked at the second game. So, I already watched it. So, I'm just like, I don't like the second game, even the cutscenes. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, I was like, the second season, I'm like, I understand that I think the guy who made the game is on the show too. He's writing on the show too. So it just seemed like I'm like they're taking stuff from the game and putting it right in, which is that's more to that, keeping the game and the show all together, but switch that shit up, nigga. You feel me? And also as well, I just don't think, like I said, what's her name? Just doesn't attract me to look at it. What's her name? Bella Ramsey. She's just not a looker to me, and it kind of just be throwing me off because she don't look like.
I think that's the point though, because she look
girl.
annoying. Like I think the way she look and the way her character is perfect because it's just like she's annoying. Like
She was like, "Fuck off." She said, "Don't fucking help me." I said, "Damn, you just got called a dyke. He helping you. You feel me?"
I do think they're gonna change elements though, because like even that therapist scene from the episode, like that's not in the game at all. So I think it's gonna be elements here and there, which they flesh out the world a lot more. But yeah, that first episode they did pay a lot of homage, however you pronounce it, to the game. Like a lot of the scenes was directly like this is straight from the game. But I think it's gonna shift. It's not gonna stay like that.
Okay, now we got episode 1.
Pat was scared of the stalker.
What's it called? Episode 1. I like the ending of it though, when because they about to get mobbed. Pedro Pascal. No, I'm talking about he bankroll Hank. You feel what I'm saying? That's Big Bang Hank right there this year. I'm telling you, anything he touching this year, which is only 2 movies, is going to definitely go big. Especially even Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably going to really build him up if this is a good season of Last of Us. So Last of Us season 2. We'll be talking about that in the group chat, man. Subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz and follow all of my dogs, man. Don't spoil Sinners and don't spoil movies, man. And only person before we go, I was surprised that Matt, he could have just made this one phone call.
Here we go.
This is the phone call he should have made. You got a She-Hulk in the West Coast. That's the first call I would have made. But that's just me. You feel what I'm saying? I would have called her over. He didn't sat around her weird ass family and Hulk with a fade. You feel what I'm saying? Hulk's son with a fade. And you can't call for her for like, hey, boo, I need you to pull up and punch the shit out of
He
Kingpin.
has a girlfriend. You talking about, hey, boo.
Man, I'm ending on this, man.
That's how much he can't stand Heather.
Nah, she just threw my whole this vibe all this even when you said girlfriend, I did not think Karen. I said, who the subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz. Fuck Heather.
Now you falling off. Put your hands on me, and you gon' pay the cost. Daredevil, I'm on top, but looking down below.